Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to explore a provocative idea, one that challenges the conventional wisdom about relationships, aging, and the human need for connection. The title of this speech, "In Old Age, No Friends Needed," is not meant to dismiss the value of friendship or human bonds. Rather, it's an invitation to rethink what it means to live a meaningful life, especially as we grow older. It's about understanding the deeper layers of self-reliance, purpose, and inner fulfillment that can sustain us in the later stages of life. Cultivating self-reliance over dependency is one of the most transformative steps you can take in life, especially as you age. It's about shifting your mindset from relying on others for validation, support, or direction to developing the inner resources necessary to navigate life's challenges independently. This doesn't mean rejecting help or isolating yourself. It means building a foundation of strength and resilience that allows you to stand on your own 2 feet no matter what life throws at you. Self-reliance begins with taking responsibility for your own life. It's about recognizing that you are the primary architect of your destiny and that no one else, no friend, family member, or partner can or should bear the full weight of your happiness, decisions, or well-being. When you take ownership of your life, you stop blaming others for your circumstances and start focusing on what you can control. This shift in perspective is empowering, and it lays the groundwork for true independence. One of the key aspects of self-reliance is developing emotional resilience. Life is unpredictable, and there will always be moments of hardship, disappointment, or loss. When you cultivate emotional resilience, you learn to process these challenges without falling apart or relying on others to fix things for you. This doesn't mean you never seek support, but it does mean you have the inner strength to face difficulties head-on and emerge stronger on the other side. Self-reliance also requires financial independence, or at least a plan to achieve it. Money is one of the most common sources of dependency, especially in old age. When you're financially self-reliant, you're not beholden to others for your basic needs or lifestyle. This doesn't mean you have to be wealthy, but it does mean being proactive about saving, investing, and planning for the future. Financial independence gives you the freedom to make choices that align with your values rather than being forced into decisions out of necessity. Another critical component of self-reliance is developing practical skills. Whether it's cooking, managing your household, or handling basic repairs, being able to take care of yourself in everyday situations is incredibly empowering. These skills not only reduce your dependence on others, but also boost your confidence and sense of competence. When you know you can handle the small things, you're better equipped to tackle the bigger challenges that come your way. Self-reliance also involves cultivating a strong sense of self. This means knowing who you are, what you value, and what you stand for. When you have a clear sense of self, you're less likely to be swayed by others' opinions or expectations. You become more confident in your decisions and less reliant on external validation. This inner clarity is a cornerstone of self-reliance, and it allows you to navigate life with purpose and integrity. Another important aspect of self-reliance is learning to trust yourself. This means listening to your instincts, making decisions based on your own judgment, and taking responsibility for the outcomes. When you trust yourself, you're less likely to second-guess your choices or seek constant approval from others. This self-trust is built over time through experience and reflection, and it's a key ingredient in living a self-reliant life. Self-reliance also requires a willingness to face discomfort. Growth rarely happens in the comfort zone, and becoming self-reliant often means pushing yourself to do things that feel challenging or unfamiliar. Whether it's learning a new skill, confronting a fear, or making a difficult decision, embracing discomfort is essential for building the resilience and confidence that self-reliance demands. Another critical element of self-reliance is developing problem-solving skills. Life is full of obstacles, and when you're self-reliant, you approach these obstacles as opportunities to learn and grow. Instead of waiting for someone else to solve your problems, you take the initiative to find solutions. This proactive mindset not only reduces your dependence on others, but also strengthens your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Self-reliance also involves setting boundaries. When you're self-reliant, you recognize that your time, energy, and resources are valuable, and you're willing to protect them. This means saying no to things that don't align with your priorities or values, even if it disappoints others. Setting boundaries is a way of honoring yourself and ensuring that you have the space and energy to focus on what truly matters. Another important aspect of self-reliance is cultivating a growth mindset. This means viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as threats or setbacks. When you have a growth mindset, you're more likely to take risks, learn from failure, and persist in the face of adversity. This mindset is essential for building the resilience and adaptability that self-reliance requires. Finally, self-reliance is about embracing the journey of continuous self-improvement. It's about recognizing that you're a work in progress and committing to becoming the best version of yourself. This means seeking out opportunities for learning, growth, and self-discovery, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. When you embrace this journey, you become more capable, confident, and self-assured, and you reduce your dependence on others for your sense of worth or direction. Cultivating self-reliance over dependency is not about rejecting help or isolating yourself. It's about building the inner strength and resources necessary to navigate life with confidence and resilience. It's about taking responsibility for your own life, developing practical and emotional skills, and embracing the journey of continuous growth. When you do this, you create a foundation of independence that allows you to thrive no matter what challenges come your way. Finding purpose within yourself is one of the most profound and transformative journeys you can undertake. It's about moving beyond external validation, societal expectations, or fleeting achievements to discover what truly gives your life meaning. Purpose isn't something that's handed to you. It's something you cultivate through introspection, action, and a deep connection to your values and passions. When you find purpose within yourself, you unlock a source of motivation, resilience, and fulfillment that can sustain you through life's ups and downs. The first step in finding purpose is to look inward. This means taking the time to reflect on who you are, what you value, and what brings you joy. It's about asking yourself the big questions. What do I care about? What am I passionate about? What kind of impact do I want to have on the world? These questions can be uncomfortable, but they're essential for uncovering the deeper layers of your identity and desires. Purpose is often tied to contribution. Many people find meaning in making a positive impact on others, whether it's through their work, relationships, or community involvement. When you focus on how you can contribute to something larger than yourself, you tap into a sense of purpose that transcends personal gain. This doesn't mean you have to change the world in a dramatic way. Even small acts of kindness or service can create a ripple effect that gives your life meaning. Another key aspect of finding purpose is aligning your actions with your values. When you live in accordance with what you truly believe in, you create a sense of integrity and authenticity that fuels your sense of purpose. This might mean making difficult choices or sacrifices, but the reward is a life that feels deeply meaningful and aligned with who you are. Purpose also requires a willingness to embrace uncertainty and take risks. It's not always clear what your purpose is, and the path to discovering it can be messy and non-linear. You might need to try new things, make mistakes, and learn from failure. This process of exploration and experimentation is essential for uncovering what truly resonates with you. Another important element of finding purpose is cultivating curiosity. When you approach life with a sense of wonder and openness, you're more likely to discover new passions, interests, and opportunities. Curiosity keeps you engaged with the world and helps you see possibilities where others might see obstacles. It's a mindset that fuels growth and keeps you connected to your sense of purpose. Purpose is also deeply connected to growth. When you're committed to becoming the best version of yourself, you create a sense of direction and momentum that gives your life meaning. This might involve learning new skills, overcoming challenges, or pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Growth is a lifelong journey, and it's one of the most powerful ways to stay connected to your purpose.